Asatu ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityormamritangamaya. Moving from the false to the real. I'm repeating the statement I just got before the start of a session. I have a problem with what you think that is your take. I have a problem. So it means I'm hooked to what is false. Hence, I don't have a discernment. Why I don't have a discernment? Even after listening and learning for so many sessions, I don't want to change. That is the message given by the first line, asatu ma satgamaya. Move from the false to the real. No, I don't want to move. Why? Because I have a problem. Whatever you think as a teacher, it's your take. And it has a deep-rooted problem. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Moving from ignorance to wisdom. The ultimate cause is the ignorance. Ultimate cause is the ignorance to wisdom. Without satsang, listening and learning regularly, contemplation and reflection daily, I have to find the time, whether I have time or not. Tamamrityormamritangamaya. And the ultimate cause of this, why I am not moving from false to real, ignorance to wisdom, is the only reason that I have an extreme fear and anxiety. I am holding on to what is temporary. What is temporary? Body is temporary. That is one way to think. Other way to think is that, I will die. I have a lot of problems. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Now pay attention. Seeker number 1. They also listen and learn. They also contemplate and reflect. They also practice and experiences. They loses the touch, the track. They are always distracted. They are listening and learning, but they do not know they are distracted. No progress will take place. We are still laying a very strong foundation for the 6 treasures. Progress will not take place. What did I say? The seeker number 1. They do everything what is taught to them, but they do not know that they are distracted. So they will say, oh, whatever you say, I have a problem. Seeker number 2 loses the track but has a big ego. They are also listening, learning, contemplating, reflecting. They are doing the practice, but has a big ego. Ego is not arrogance. What big ego says, I am doing right, but nothing is happening. My way is the only way. Mind dictates the intellect. Seeker number 2. You can think of what progress. Seeker number 3 is distracted. He recognizes, I have a distraction. Let me bring my mind back. Mind changes the track, and I use the intellect to bring it back. And then I continue the journey. Always, daily, in every session, there is a progress. We are going deeper. I told you we are going deeper. We are a seeker, we are not a qualified seeker. That is the problem. We are a seeker. We are attending the session, doing all these practices, but we are not a qualified seeker. Why? I told you that Eastern wisdom is 200% scientific, and modern science is only 100%. They are finding the cause and effect relationship in the relative field. We find the cause and effect relationship. Ultimately, we drop into the absolute reality. So, what I said, I am a seeker, but I am subjected by the time, the place, the objects in relationship. What a crazy guy, he destroyed my business. David is a business. Oh, David, Samira, both are the businessmen. I think only two. Yeah, Ashok is also a businessman. What did I say? Understand it. We are still talking about the 6 treasures. We are laying a strong foundation. So what I said, I'm a seeker. You destroyed my business. Time, place, objects. Who is a qualified seeker? Who applies the discernment and dispassion. Even in daily professional life, personal life, social life, family life. Did you understand that? It's not only, discernment and dispassion. Now 1 hour of I am a spiritual person and 23 hours I'm a material person. No! You apply the discernment and dispassion, you are always a qualified seeker. What happened now? Now pay attention what happened. See the very subtle point. Your mind goes inside. Did I apply the discernment and dispassion in doing this business? Temporary is temporary, permanent is temporary. So I have nothing to blame and complain. I keep my mind calm and I keep the calmness of outside also. I continue to do my business. You are all qualified seeker. You are doing a great business. Continue to do it. Did you get it? These principles are not only for a spiritual life. You are a spiritual person means you are not subjected, your mind is not experiencing that world is responsible for your success and failure. Very subtle. And I already requested you apply these principles in your daily life. You become the first master to yourself, and then people will approach you. Time and place, you are subjected. Time, space, object, people, you are subjected by them. You are a seeker, no doubt, but you are not a qualified seeker. So when you are a qualified seeker, you apply the viveka, discernment and dispassion, DD, I told you before. But how the discernment comes by satsang, by consistent listening and learning. So now you see that, pay attention. Again, why I'm saying that, you have to, otherwise you will fall into seeker number 1 and 2. Just before this session, one guy told me, and I said, "Oh, this is the problem. I don't want to recognize it." So what I said, time and discernment means temporary, permanent. Temporary, and what is dispassion? I keep my mind at a distance, away from what is temporary. That is dispassion. Make it very applicable. Translate into your life and you see. Oh, this is temporary. I lost it. I should blame this guy, that guy. No, no, no. Let me find the cause and let me remain. Stay away from the temporary. Business, profit and loss. Body, sickness and health. Body, sickness and health. Can you live? Can you live in the state of well-being? Did you live in the state of well-being since birth? Those who are young, Gen, what we can say, Gen X and, Gen X, yeah, Gen X and millennials and Gen Z, aging process is waiting. Baby boomers is waiting. Did you pick up temporary, permanent? Clear. Dispassion is clear. Discernment is clear. Now I stay away from what is temporary that I perceive in my life every day. Today may be an opportunity and tomorrow may be loss. What happens now? Calmness is not maintained. Did you not reveal that calmness? Did you not reveal the sama? Satsang? Satsang changes the value. I'm not going back. Value changes the mode and the mood of the mind. You see, you can create a chain, and you are. So if the discernment and dispassion is not there, teacher of the Eastern wisdom are not preachers. I told you. Just now differentiate. We have categorized 3 types of seekers. Now categorize 3 types of teachers. Teacher number 1, who are normally preachers in religion, in a cult, in a dogma. No, you have to believe this. You have to believe this. He is the God, only God. No other God. You will be blessed. No other explanation. Like the doctor. Doctor is awfully busy because he has to receive so many patients every day because he has to earn the money. So motivation is there. Okay. I had eye surgery and I was a little bit not upset, but I said, what kind of a person he is? So he speaks as if he's in a hurry and he wants to leave me, and he has taken so much of money. And one day I asked him that, are you always in a hurry like this? But I realized that he is a wonderful doctor, but it is his nature. He is anxious. So majority of the teachers are anxious. This is the problem. 1 minute of meditation, 5 minutes. Second teacher, second doctor. Second doctor convinces you. No, you see, you live in discernment and dispassion. You need not to analyze people. You just live in discernment and dispassion and you find out. So my primary physician, she is wonderful. She gives you a conviction. She gives you the cause and effect. No, eat this, do this. You're taking these pills, and how long you have to take this, and if you like this, conviction. But Eastern wisdom teachers are, even they do not belong to the first 2 categories. They belong to the 3rd category. What is that 3rd category? Can you imagine? Can you dream or can you think of it? They not only educates you, they not only convince you. Like the doctor you find. I had a doctor I still remember in India. We became very good friends. So whenever I have some cold and cough, oh, no, okay, Mr. Jha, you have come and, oh, just lie down, let me check. He goes beyond cold and cough. He said, no, check me your lungs. Oh, let us have, there is no problem. Let me have the blood. Also check up. And then he said, he used to have a cough syrup. He said, no, keep lying down. Put into my mouth. I have given you the dose. Remember this. 2 days. The teachers of Eastern wisdom not only gives you a convincing principles, but they put this wisdom into your mouth to drink. And that is why I have been repeating the same thing. You know that. I've been repeating the same thing, but in a different way. I'm putting into your mouth, and still you don't take it. Then what should I do? What should I do then? That is the limit. That is the ultimate. So people don't like to be put that medication into the mouth. Why? Secret number 1 and 2. Remember, analyze your life. Not many years are left. Just think of it, 50 years are left. Maybe 100 years. Change. First 2 categories, they are always busy. Fully busy. Are you thinking, just think that when you follow this, calmness is already there. Oh, it's the first time you revealed, oh, calmness is there in me. Sama is there. I have yet to directly touch this Sama, Dhamma, 6 treasures. So there is a sequence. You do the consistent listening and learning, consistent contemplation and reflection, practice and experience. You apply the wisdom. So that helps you to settle in discernment and dispassion. No, discernment. First is the discernment. You remember. I gave you a simple example. Temporary and permanent. Is it not clear? Yes, it is clear. Should I fight with this guy? No. No. In society, I'm very famous and recognized that I'm a calm person, but internal ego is now secret number 2. No. I'm not subjected by the time, space, and the people outside. I'm subjected by the discernment. Did you get it? Very subtle knowledge part. I have to do everything intellectually. Now that discernment leads to dispassion. I have to stay away from what is temporary. Are you getting it? So simple, yet very profound. I have to just stay away from temporary. Go to the doctor, you have some complication, go to the doctor, get it. Oh, I will die. Nobody dies. Stay away from temporary. Stay away. I'm simply saying stay away from unreal. In a real life situation, if your mind has been thinking, oh, it's a very philosophical, it's theory. No, it's 100% practical. 100% practical. Are you getting it? It takes your life. Then once you stay away from the temporary, then you are not fully busy. Mind is clear. It reveals those 6 treasures that we are talking, and we are going to talk directly about it. It's not 1 minute of peace, 5 minutes of spirituality. I am a spiritual person 24/7. How? Satsang, leads to discernment. What is discernment? I have a clarity, 100% clarity the moment I wake up in the morning. This is real, unreal, temporary, permanent. Application, dispassion. Dispassion. And then see, then you drop mind being fully busy, Sama reveals. Do you want to see the temporary again in a different way? We have to remove all those conditioning in our life. Oh, what you do. So if, say, for example, not just I'm taking it as a principle, you happen to meet the President of the United States. Oh, what you do, dear God. It becomes, I become, my heart thinks, what I do, what should I say before the President? Oh, what you do is temporary. Say it what you do. Many businessmen, might be feeling, oh, how can I present myself? What I do, it is still temporary. Are you understanding what you do? And then the second question, are you married or single? Again, I have something in my, if I say married, okay, because I have lot of problem even when I'm married, and then, what answer comes, you don't know. Do you own home? Temporary, look at it. It is a social convention. Reply this. But what happens, your mind is fully busy because of ignorance, because of impurity, because of distraction. So should I conclude? We are very busy to be happy. We are related to be happy. I'm not going into the relationship, but I'm just saying, we are earning to be happy. Temporary. Or you choose the discipline of Eastern wisdom to be happy. Sama is already there, Dhamma is there. Change. You be the center of the Eastern wisdom, and then see what happens. I need not to explain in detail, you just see what happens in your life. And that is why I say learning alone fails. It creates an intellectual pride. It remains in conceptual realm. It doesn't address the emotional pattern. Secret number 1. Reflection alone fails, limited by existing mental framework. What you do? Are you related? Mind goes back into the past. I had just morning I fought with my honey or my friend or my son, and now he's asking me this question. I'm okay, I'm fine. But mind is absolutely busy. Limited by existing mental framework, circular thinking pattern. A reflection alone fails. Meditation alone fails. Second, I know. I remember we have in civil services, we bureaucrats. In every democracy, we have a bureaucracy. So bureaucracy controls the politicians because they have to brief everything. That is the system. One bureaucrat She had never learnt about any meditation. She was made the director of our center. So she heard that I always guide meditation. So she came and she said, okay, teach me meditation. What you do in meditation? I don't do anything in meditation. But then I played the trick. I said, if you can sit for 1 hour without any movement, you will succeed in meditation. Whether I'm a good teacher or a crazy teacher. So sometimes we have to speak like this. So what I said, do you remember? Learning provides the map, reflection provides the compass, meditation provides the journey itself, and it is so simple. Simple follow. I listen and learn again. I have learnt it, I have understood. No, still I have to listen to it. I will contemplate and reflect, and I will do the practice. Then the hidden treasures of that 6 treasures will come. Remember again, my mind wants to be aware, seeking, aspires to know the subjective reality, then you are a spiritual person. You have stopped going to the religious places to claim that you are a spiritual person. You are a hypocrite. You did not learn anything from your own religion. Many people say, just it has become a fashion. No, I'm a spiritual person, so at least I can escape going there. So what happens when you live that life of duality? You don't know what is being a spiritual person. The spiritual person, that my mind is always hooked every time. I want to be aware of that permanent. Let me meet David or Janice or anyone. Let me meet. Let me meet anyone. So what happens when we meet someone? We convert that person into a sensual person. That is the problem. I already explained to you. So even the president becomes a sensual person. I should present whatever you are. It's a present. Your presentation is already temporary. You are not going to say to the president, I'm a spiritual person, all pervading, one real self. We both are one. You're not clear, then you have a problem. So why it comes? Because of the past impressions. Those past impressions, that stored information. Mind has become an information gathering system. We have not cleaned it. We are living in those conditioning mental impressions. And then we have an automatic like and dislike. And then the last session I picked up, last session. 5 sense organs, the gateways through which external world enters the mind. It feeds me again and again, and it causes constantly, it keeps me busy. It keeps my, I am fully busy because of this. Apply the simple principle. What is that? Let me check what is temporary and permanent. And stay away from the temporary. Just for a few seconds and see what happens. That is what Patanjali explains. In the second sutra, what is it? Yogaschitta vritti nirodha. controlling, I don't want to use it, but I'm controlling the fluctuations of the mind is yoga. It is not control, it is this journey. It is this journey. 5-door house, you are aware, all are temporary, permanent. Discernment, staying away from the temporary in everyday life, in every moment. And then I see the mind is already free, and I'm open to summer. Why we say inner wealth? It is a safe, it is already present. But I open the other safe. So that is today our lesson. So let us contemplate and reflect. Christina, you want to reflect first because you want to leave?
I'm actually in the car. I'm almost home. So the joint session by video.
Okay. Okay, in the meantime, let me go to anyone else. Brandy, you were also driving. That's why you did not show your video. Okay. So tell me.
I wasn't driving. I like your, thank you for the lesson today. I like your example of the two different doctors. That was an interesting way to think about kind of what level, I guess, of commitment and also seeker you can be. I was thinking about in the context of like the way we practice doing anything, if it's like quick and rushed or if it's invested and whole.
Yeah. My primary physician is almost, she is a lady, and she said, "Oh, let us check your, what is, Jerry says, A1OC? Oh, it will take just a few minutes. Everything is all right." So she is putting into my mouth. You see that is the journey of the Eastern wisdom, and that is what I've been doing. And still you say, "No, I'm still suffering." You don't know whether you say you don't know that, I'm suffering too much. No, you're not suffering too much. You're crazy. You're not learning anything. Yes, Dennis, you want to reflect on?
I think 99% of the things we consider important are in fact temporary. And temporary things, there are many of them. There are plenty of them, and actually an infinite number of them. And therefore we are always busy, because it is impossible to solve infinite number of problems and do infinite number of tasks, jobs, etc. And if we don't recognize that permanent is only one, and that's the one that is really important, then we will always remain busy.
We remain busy, and then we are always in conflict. That is what the master says. There is only one thing that is real, that is permanent, that is eternal, that is all pervading. The rest are temporary. You cannot count them. Body, mind, intellect, ego, relationship, money, honey. But to live into that awareness is a challenge made easy first by the teacher. He puts that knowledge and wisdom into your mouth. But still I'm not ready. Why I'm not ready? That is why I gave a comparison of the three types of seekers. So doctor may be wonderful, but I have heard it. Oh, I forget to take medication. Oh, okay. Are you David and
Yeah, thank you. Just to take on sort of what Dennis was saying about 99% or 99.9% of the stuff that's changing that's in our mind. And if you look at all our past experiences, our past, and you just put them into a bucket and apply our own internal chat GPT to it and say, understand that that's changing. What is the value? What is the gold in all of this stuff? And just kind of park it and just free up that mind space to just be present and be happy is powerful.
Beautiful. I picked up one thing. Even if you put a question on the chat GPT, that I have millions of experiences for the last 50 or 60 years, are they really valid, permanent? So what is the take? They will answer. Even the chat GPT knows what is Eastern wisdom. We know it and still we don't follow it. How are you, Jerry?
Sorry, thank you. I think that ChatGPT is a really great actually area to see what our level of seeker is. Because really it's what you ask ChatGPT. If you're asking ChatGPT, how do I gain wealth? Well, that's what you're gonna get the answer to that, but you're not gonna get the answer to how you can add and be of service, how you can bring your peace to the situation, how you can make things more sustainable, balanced, right? It's the questions that we're asking. You're spoon feeding us, but how are we applying it in our lives? And you really are spoon feeding us. I know based on the way you were taught, you're not nearly as direct with us as your master was with you.
Yeah.
And if you were, you would be calling us out on a lot of our sharing.
Yeah.
But you're letting us get there. So
yeah,
we'll all get there at our own pace and time. But I think it's interesting what the question is that you would ask to ChatGPT. It would reveal a lot.
Can I find permanent peace, ChatGPT? And then you find the answer. But my mind is fully busy. Why? First two type of seekers. And I'm gone. Why I'm first two type of the seekers? Because, you see the situation, condition, relationship is so, I become a philosophical. We have a great sorrow when we have a sad face. We don't want to live in peace and happiness. And it is just a moment. The moment you stay away from the temporary, you are already free. Yes, I'll go to Samir later. Christina, yes, what you wanted to say?
It sounds like from today's lesson, it's about the ego needing to defeat it and that vigilant attention throughout the day when we're noticing it's taken over.
We have to be vigilant. Why? Because I'm a self-aware person. No animal is self-aware. They have an intelligence. They are controlled and governed by the animal mind. Why shouldn't I be aware? But we lose it. It's a good point. Samir, do you want to say anything?
Sir, I think as we start moving in permanent, then we start understanding the side effects of temporary.
Yeah.
Our confidence and our means we starts growing in permanent. That Means if we keep on comparing the temporary, permanent in our daily basis, then slowly we start understanding that we have to shift from temporary to permanent. And it is a very gradual process, and our mind also teaches us that starts teaching us to go towards permanent. And that is there. Means I think so we have to compare on daily basis that what temporary is giving us and what permanent is giving us. So it is means,
Yeah, beautifully said. First, I'll go back to Jerry. The way I learned from my master, it's totally different. You said, get out. You did not understand. Go back and do practice meditation. But it was another way to put into these traditional masters are always, they appear, look like this. And in another situation, they say, oh, you have just come for 2 or 3 days. What you will learn? So based on their intuitive observation you have, that is the first thing. Some use a beautiful word, side effects. Don't tell your honey or anyone in business or profession, but there is a side effect of marriage, there is a side effect of business, there is a side effect of aging process, there is a side effect of beauty also. If you look so beautiful, whatever is temporary, there is always a side effect. So even if you remember that I'm putting into your mouth, there is always a side effect of what is temporary. And if you remember this, you are always free. Always free. One becomes sensual, other person becomes sensual because of your beauty. And other feels the spiritual consciousness because of your beauty. Both are side effects. I'm just giving you an example. Are you thinking that? So when your mind starts thinking and reflecting like this, internally, you have a freedom, you have a peace, you have a calmness. You have a calmness. You wake up in the morning, you have a pain in the body, side effects of the body. Why? Because you possess the body. Body continues changing. Find out. So when you put this rational reflection, so you take care of the pain and discomfort, but you are free. You're not fully busy. That will take you to a deeper state of meditation. You are instantly settled into it. Close your eyes, place, position, and the posture. Being comfortable, check self-awareness. Again, you can pick up the same principle, my friend. Temporary, permanent. Now I'm very clear to you. You all are clear. Comfort is permanent. Sensation and the steadiness are temporary. What you're saying in being comfortable, in being carefree, that knower is permanent, the known is temporary. Known means the thought, feeling, emotions. Oh, can I move into that certain instantly? Answer is yes. Then 1 minute of mindfulness will work. When it is supported by all these principles in your daily life. And then Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. May there be happiness for all. Now can you just figure out? I see, as you are the body and you have a problem in the body. Oh, I'm looking at the temporary. I'm looking at your mind. You became angry over me. No, you are the real self. May there be happiness for all. See that. Can I see? Can I perceive that? Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. May there be peace for all. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. May there be completeness for all. May there be completeness. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May there be auspiciousness for all. Now you see, you are saying this, you are reflecting on this. For example, you say, may there be auspiciousness for all. So you become the seeker number 1 or the 2. It will not work. And then you will blame the teacher, or you have been teaching, nothing is happening. Nothing will happen. You are responsible. You think that the outer time, space, and the objects are responsible for your growth, including the teacher? No. You are responsible. When you are responsible, satsang, discernment, dispassion, 6 treasures. Look at the breath, the way the breath is going in and out. Flow of the breath, awareness of the flow and the quantity of the breath from each nostril in the state of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. And now start breathing deep, silent, and slow. Do it very casually. Yes, as you inhale, move the mind from the top center of the head inside the spine, reaching to the tailbone and singing Shanti. And while breathing out, your mind moves from the tailbone to the top center of the head. Just check. There is a sync of the movement of the mind, the deep silent slow breath, and Om Shanti. Om Shanti syncs with your movement of the mind and awareness of the spine. We haven't seen our own spine. It's just a feeling, it's just an awareness, it's just a cognition. So we are educating the mind to perceive what is not perceived by the senses. Why? We are making the mind subtle. But why? I told you, it's 200% scientific. Why? Only the subtler mind can perceive the real self. Grosser, the physical senses cannot perceive it. No way. You see that even these practices, these steps are done so successfully. Why? Because you have elevated your level of being a qualified seeker, and that is why it is happening. Anytime, anywhere. My master, had just came to my house, and we say, at least, you should take a glass of water. No, no, close your eyes and be in meditation. We used to ask him how it is possible for you. So we are making it possible here. Thanks and grateful to my master. And now leave that, again return to the flow of the breath. Just a check. Sensation, comfort and steadiness. And now dropping Om Shanti on the 16 segments of fingers. But you remember in the background, I ask my senses to stay within the mind. Don't go outside. There is no physical touch. There is no lips movement. It's Om Shanti is done mentally. Sound I hear, touch I do mentally. On 16 segments of finger, that makes a tremendous difference. A reminder, Om Shanti, as if the mind is touching that segment, mind is listening, mind is perceiving, and we use the word perception, whether it's a direct sensual perception by the senses or perception by the mind. Both for both. It takes our level of mind to a heightened state of awareness. Now is the time to leave this Move the mind inside the heart, visualize the triangle, equilateral triangle of any color, and then move the mind on the triangle, dropping Om Shanti on each side of the triangle to check. Is the mind syncing with the sides of the triangle with Om Shanti, with the triangle inside? Just as symbolic. There are many ways to understand. At least, we see that the mind is within, inside. So-called, you can take it inside me, inside us. So we can leave the temporary nature of the world outside. And when you find this thing, that is the moment. Push the mind with singing inside the cave of your heart. Mind seems to stop, and then you say Shanti, and done. What we are doing nothing. Means what? We are not the doer and the enjoyer. Then what? We are waiting for a revelation, manifestation. Means what? Manifestation is possible only when the thing is already present in us. Creation is not possible. I have to sit down, plan, and then create. Secret number 1, 2, 3. You are vigilant. Somebody used that word. I like that. You are vigilant during the meditation. What type of a seeker you are? It happens to even the great seekers in the journey, that sometimes the mind moves to the seeker number 1 and you recognize, my goodness, I forgot this. Sometimes seeker number 2. So we have to transition to the seeker number 3. How? Vigilant. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your Buddha palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. My master never used to teach like this, but traditional way of teaching. There is only one guy who waits for his master so that master starts teaching, and I was one of them. Even my wife and my kids used to say, why you are going half an hour before? No, I have to go half an hour before. I have to sit before. So there is a different ways of doing this. He used to teach us traditionally. So I convert them into a very more logical, modern way of understanding. Principles are the same. Yes, Dennis, what you have... Oh, I was thinking, Samir, you should have reconnected. So you reconnected. Yes, Samir.
Sir, when you chant the mantra, no, Sarvesham, mind starts means opening up. It starts opening that everyone in the world is becoming peaceful. Everyone is becoming healthy. So the beginning is so good that the whole meditation means very smooth.
Beautiful, yes. Don't leave even during the day. In your business also, you continue chanting that mantra mentally. If the customer comes, mentally say Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Krishna, your clients. So they'll pay you more so that you can pay me more. So anyhow, so yes, Dennis, what you have to say?
Yes, the meditation was very calm and peaceful, and at the end there was a moment, just for a moment, there was an experience like everything stopped, like someone pressed the pause button, and then everything started again. But also at the end of meditation, you narrated what I was thinking just right before the meditation, that yes, it is important. This classification of types of seekers is important for us to understand where we stand at this particular moment in time. But there is a constant transition from one type to another type, and then to another type yet again. So I think it is less important what type of a seeker we are right now at this very moment. More and more important is to recognize how to transition to the highest type of a seeker, and recognize that at this very moment there is a way to transition to the highest.
Beautifully said. That is the crux, the summary of today's lesson. If I'm vigilant, I know where this mind is moving. Mind becomes the seeker 1, 2, and 3, and I'm taking the mind. I'm vigilant so I can take the mind. It does not matter. Beautifully said. I stress, my master used to speak a lot. It does not matter. You joined the session today or you have joined the session 10 years ago. What matters that your cognition, your recognition of yourself is very important. That is the crux of matter. I still remember after late years, possibly in 2002 and 3, we used to sit on the floor and master used to sit on the chair. So now you have to sit on the chair. And I did not obey his orders. That is your negative ego. And then when I was talking to him personally, he said, you even don't listen to me. It's such a small request. I just asked you to sit beside me. So he is hitting my, sometimes we no, I will not do. Vigilant. David and Jerry.
Thank you. The meditations lately for me are this sort of free energy that just builds up. And I find the energy levels coming out of our Monday, Thursday to be at a very high level. It's interesting just towards the end when we're doing the triangle and the heart, you've mentioned that some of the masters sometimes lose their focus. And at that point, I just lost my focus and I brought myself back and I said to myself, that's fine.
Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up about that. So that was my meditation today. Thank you.
Beautifully said. I was vigilant, mind went somewhere else, let me bring it back. Finished. That is an indication that I'm a higher seeker. At that particular moment, and if that moment continues extended for a length of the time, symbolically expressed by our ancient masters, that master lived in meditation for how many days? 7 days. Possible physically, yes. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good, thank you. And I'm also grateful for your lineage and your master because we get to have you guide us through this so beautifully, I might add. So thank you. I agree with Dennis, is that where we are as the seeker doesn't really matter, but where our value is set is really the primary importance, I feel like. So if we, to Samir's point, like if we start our day or we start our sessions or throughout the day, we weave in the mantra, then the mind gets back on reset if we get off track. And then when you started the session today, do we even realize when we're distracted?
Yes.
So a lot of times, when we're that level 1 or 2 seeker, we just don't even realize that we're distracted, that we even lost our point of focus. So thank you.
Beautifully, yes, Jerry, beautifully said. You have added one more point. It is setting the value. You're talking to your client and the mind is distracted. How dare you say that? Get lost. Oh, we finished. We are finished. In those moments also we need a cognition, self-awareness. Also in your profession, Brandy, that student is very crazy. Mind, come back. Move to the second level, try again. I'm still fool and I was number 1 fool when I was going to the teacher and master. My master was so grateful. I was grateful, but he was so open all the time. He accepted me. That is the greatest point. Yes, Brandy.
Thank you. I was my mind grabbed a hold of what you said right before we went into meditation about side effects, and I kind of coupled that with what Dennis said about the majority of everything being temporary. And so I kind of just sat back and watched that reflection and yielded that my mind kind of yielded that regardless of what anything temporary, whatever side effect it gives us, that I think oftentimes what we're seeking is safety. You know, I mean, it's like part of this temporary physical existence. You mentioned like getting a house. You get the house that you want, right? And a house is one of the primary functions of having a house around you is safety. But then, oh no, the house costs a lot of money. You know, you got to go and fix it, and you know all of these things, right? I don't know. It was an interesting sort of reflection of what we talked about before. But
yes, beautifully. Again, that's a beautiful way of contemplation, reflection. All are participating, and that's a great sign that. And continue, even note down them, so that sometime you have to speak, not to teach even, but even to speak. So you remember those principles. To conclude, whatever is temporary, it has a side effect. Just think of it. Whatever is temporary. I'm single. Being single is temporary. Now being married is also temporary. Why it is temporary? I was not married before. Now I'm married. Permanent means there is a continuity. Continuity in time. Continuity in space. In that reference, it is temporary. Don't start thinking otherwise. How are you, Christina?
Thank you. I was thinking back on a Friday, I was in the car and I had an anxious mind and I went into that vigilant place. And so I was chanting and, saying the Sarve Sham over and over, and then, listening to one of the sessions and, noticed ego saying, well, you already listened to it. But I was just able to, if I'm not filling my mind with all of this, it's just filled with all that junk and making me feel more anxious. So it really helped.
Beautifully said. That is what I'm saying. Please continue downloading all your audio files, especially in your computer or in your device, because every year normally I delete all the audio files because it demands lot of space. Having said that, you are right. That is another way, seeker number 1 was distracted. So you jumped onto the seeker number 3. What is the way? Oh, let me chant. Oh, it is helping a bit. No, let me listen. No, I have already heard it. Seeker number 2. I already heard it. See? And then you move to the seeker number 3. No, let me listen it again. I told you that I have 70 audios of my master, and I have heard it hundreds of times. Whenever I have a time, in the computer, I just open up and listen to it. So everything good, Ashok?
Yes, sir. Namaste, sir.
Oh, namaste.
Everything fine.
Everything is fine. You are in peace and calm. Okay. Very good. That is good. Thank you.
Namaste.